Hey, second grade. Today off the supply table, we're going to start off by getting a black strip, a gray strip, and you're going to get one color for your background. So I have purple, I have a light blue, and I have a dark blue. So it's up to you to decide which one you want. I'm picking purple. I'm going to put my name on the back of that big sheet of paper. I don't need to put it on the back of my gray or black sheet. And I need to put 2 in either A, B, or C, depending on which class you're in. And I can flip that over. Okay, and we are going to start off by making the background to our artwork. So we want to make it kind of look like a skyline, kind of like the tops of some buildings. So when we do this, I'm going to start with the gray one. Okay, and I'm going to make it kind of look like the tops of some buildings. So I might go some triangles. You can't see me yet. Maybe it gets flat. Maybe some go up like this. So this is going to look like the tops of these buildings. Okay, after you get that drawn, you can carefully cut that out. All right, so I've got one piece cut out. I can throw these gray scraps away. I'm not going to need them. Okay, then I need to do the same thing with my black one. All right, so I'm going to, once again, take my pencil and draw out a skyline. I'm going to use a silver Sharpie so you can see me on this black paper. You'll obviously just use a pencil. It's just a lot of straight lines. Okay, and once again, I'm going to cut this one out too. After you have your black strip and your gray strip cut out, you can glue these down. Now when I glue them to my background, obviously I want my paper to go the long way so my strips fit. I'm also going to put glue on the side with the pencil lines. Okay, so when I flip them over, you don't see those yucky pencil lines anymore. Now when I glue this, I'm going to move my gray one just up a little bit, like this. Okay, so you can actually see there's a little bit of purple on the bottom. That's okay because I want that gray one to look like it's a little bit further away. And the black one will go right against the bottom like this. So you kind of those 2 rows of buildings. So these ones look a little bit closer than these ones. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on the side with pencils, as I said. Remember, use dots of glue. Should throw away your scraps if you did that, or when you're done cutting out stuff, so we don't have a big messy workspace. As I said, I'm going to flip this gray one over, and it's going to get glued up just a little bit. I can get a hold of it. There we go. Smooth it. That looks pretty good. Okay, remember there's a little bit of my background underneath it. That's fine because this next strip is going to cover that up. If I decided to glue them both along the very bottom, I probably wouldn't see very much of that gray one. So that's why I'm moving it up just a little bit. Flip this one over. Remember, black one is going to touch the bottom this time. Bottom of my paper, like this. Okay, so now I have a nice background for my artwork. If you need to flip it over and give it a back rub, you can. If you have time, you can start working on your cathedral. Okay, so if you're ready to work on your cathedral, and it's okay if you don't, we will have work time next class. But if you get that far, you need to get 3 different colors off of the supply table. Okay, only 3. We don't want to use every color of the rainbow because we are going to go in and use some colored pencils and things next class to add some detail. Okay, but get 3 colors. Think about your background color. Since I used purple for my sky, I didn't want to get purple for one of these sheets of papers because my building would blend into it. If you choose blue, then obviously you're not going to want to have a blue building. Okay, so don't choose the same paper. And I probably want to make about 5 or 6 buildings. So when I make my buildings, I'm going to cut out some rectangles. You know, maybe some of them are longer. Maybe I've got some that are kind of shorter squares like this. got a tall, skinny one. Just notice I'm using the edge of my papers. I'm cutting well. So I can start gluing some of these down. Remember, dots of glue. This won't take very much glue. So I got 3. I probably want to get probably 3 more, it looks like. I can also add to some of these shorter ones like this. What if I go, like I've got this short red one. Maybe I want to do something like this. Cut off a small rectangle and I can glue that on top. Like this. I gotta do a couple more, it looks like. Remember too that you can put some rectangles on top. As I said, we will add roofs next time. If you can get about this far today, that would be awesome. Okay, I don't expect you to get that far. We are going to have more work time next time, but at least get your gray and your black buildings done. Okay, as I said, if you don't get these buildings done, that's a-okay, because we're going to have to spend a bunch of class next time anyway working on the roofs to them. Right, when you're done with this, it's going to go in the drying rack. Make sure to throw baby scraps in the garbage can, big scraps in the scrap bins.